welcome to Frank's Wealth Insights. This is our first of a series of episodes where we're going to share things with you in the office that are outside of financial topics. Today we're going to talk about the jersey collection Frank has. If you've ever been in the office, you know there's an extensive jersey collection from all different sports, not just a particular sport. Frank's collected jerseys for years and years and years, and it's a pretty special collection. So we're going to go through it and share it with you today and see what you think. Feel free for feedback and comments. This is meant to share a little bit about the personality of the office. So they're spread out all through the office. They're not just in one room. They're in several rooms on both sides of our office too. So we're going to go through and share those with you, and hopefully you like it. So here we go. We're going to start with the hometown team right out of the rip. The very first jerseys collection that we have is Bernie Kosar. So Bernie played for the Browns from 85 to 96. He's Ohio native. He led the team to 3 AFC championships. That might be the last time the Browns have been, you know what? It was the last time the Browns were in the AFC championship. So they, Bernie then actually went on to play with the Dallas Cowboys and win a Super Bowl. So unfortunately had to leave Cleveland to win a Super Bowl, but Bernie was a legend from 85 to 96. Next to Bernie is Brian Urlacher. If you know anything about football, he's a Hall of Famer, 8-time Pro Bowler. He was a linebacker, a ferocious linebacker for the Chicago Bears. He was 2005 Defensive Player of the Year. And a little fun fact about Bernie. Bernie entered the NFL through a rare supplemental draft. Urlacher played safety in college and became an elite linebacker in the NFL. So a lot of people don't know that about Urlacher. So those are the first two jerseys. Obviously, Kosar, hometown hero. And Bernie, glad you're doing good right now and your health. I know you just went through some health issues, so glad you're on the mend. So moving along, we have another Browns great. People widely say that Jim Brown's the greatest running back ever. I know if you were to ask anybody that watched Jim Brown, they would say unequivocally he's the best running back in history. So then he's got the stats and the career to back it up. So obviously he's a Hall of Famer. He's a 3-time NFL MVP, 8-time rushing champion, which is unheard of, especially nowadays. He led Cleveland to the 64 NFL championship. He averaged over 100 yards per game. So Jim Brown was a ferocious competitor. He was a community leader too. So on and off the field, Jim Brown was a special person. He averaged 100 yards per game. And fun fact is that he retired at age 29 at the peak of his career to pursue an acting and obviously to do more social work. So 29 is really young for an NFL running back, especially of all of what he achieved through his career. So Jim Brown was a very special person. Both these are signed jerseys, and they were charitable donations that Frank made, and he purchased these at silent auctions at charitable events. That's what I'm saying. So, okay, so now we're going to move on. We're going to get outside of football a little bit. We're going to talk about, if you know anything about soccer, which I'm not really a big soccer fan. Obviously, the world gets consumed by the World Cup, and in this last World Cup, there was a hero, Lionel Messi. Most people that don't know soccer will still know who Lionel Messi is, kind of like Pele. So he was an 8-time Ballon d'Or winner. That's the most all-time. That's a high achievement in professional soccer. He's the 2022 FIFA World Cup champion for Argentina. He's Barcelona's all-time leading scorer, widely regarded as one of the greatest ever. Fun fact, Barcelona funded his childhood growth hormone treatment, enabling him to develop into a global superstar. So he had some professional help to go from child to adult. So, okay, we're going to move back to football. More Ohio greats. So Archie Griffin. If you say that name, most people know exactly who he played for and know exactly one of his most important accomplishments. One of his most important accomplishments, or greatest accomplishments, maybe not important to the Buckeyes, obviously, because that's who Archie Griffin played for. He was a 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. That's very rare category for Heisman Trophy winners. He's obviously an Ohio State legend, and he's a college Hall of Famer for sure. Widely renowned as one of the greatest running backs ever to step on a college football field. Next to him, Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas was an amazing player. He played 10,363 consecutive snaps, 10-time Pro Bowler, 6-time first team All Pro, and he was a true professional. Even being a fan of other teams, people still appreciated Joe Thomas and his work ethic. So the day after retiring, Joe Thomas went fishing, ending one of the most durable careers in NFL history. So he's a special person. So we're going to move back outside of football again, and we're going to talk about some artwork that's in the office, and it's referencing the Masters, and you can see it here. So this includes Jack Nicklaus from 61 to 2005, obviously the greatest golfer. Most people say that him and Tiger Woods is the back and forth conversation. He won 18 majors, 6 Masters victories. With him is Arnold Palmer from 54 to 2006. He won 4 Masters titles, and he was really a pioneer of popularizing golf throughout the globe. Arnold Palmer was pretty special that way. And then Gary Player. If you knew anything about Gary Player, he always wore all black, right? He from 53 to 2009, he won 9 major championships, and he was an international ambassador of the game. He was also in the category of Arnold Palmer. They really hope globalize the game. So a fun fact about Gary Player, he's one of the first golfers to emphasize year-round fitness training. And Gary Player, if you see him today at age 92, you can tell he took his fitness very seriously. He's in better shape than most 50-year-olds. All right, now we'll get to Akron's own LeBron James. LeBron James often gets into the conversation of the greatest NBA player ever with Michael Jordan. A lot of different opinions on that. So this is a pretty special jersey. So he's a 4-time NBA champion. He's a 4-time MVP. He's NBA's all-time leading scorer. He led Cleveland, the Cavaliers, his hometown team, when he came back to an NBA championship, their first ever. He's obviously won a gold medal, which is a great accomplishment too. So fun fact, at age 17, he was the featured athlete referenced The Chosen One by Sports Illustrated. So people knew early on at age 17 he was going to be special. So let's move on to another basketball player, one of my favorite players of all time, Magic Johnson, Irving Magic Johnson. If you know anything about basketball, Irving Magic Johnson obviously comes into the top 10 of best NBA players of all time. So he played in the league from 79 to 91, came back from 96 in 1996, 5 NBA championships, part of the greatest NBA team ever to step on the floor. He was a 3-time MVP during that time frame. 12 NBA All-Stars, which is amazing. One of the greatest point guards in history, especially for being 6'9". He was beyond his time for being big at the point guard position. And man, he was awesome. He could pass, he could defend, he could shoot. Magic Johnson was special. He was the leader of the Showtime Lakers in the 80s. And a fun fact, as a rookie, he started at center. So he was a very versatile player. In the NBA Finals, and he scored 42 points in the championship clinching game at center. That's how great Magic Johnson was. So we're pretty proud of that jersey. Now, we have a couple other jerseys in the office. We have Francis Lindor. If anybody knows the guards, I believe now he's playing for the Mets. He's still an active player. He's a 4-time MLB All-Star, multiple Gold Gloves. We have his jerseys in the office, as well as Mario Lemieux. That's the latest addition, is the Mario Lemieux jersey. So we haven't had a chance to get it on here, but it's a great jersey. It's signed. He's a Hockey Hall of Famer, 2-time Stanley Cup champion, 3-time NHL MVP of the Hart Trophy, which is pretty amazing. One of the most skilled skaters to ever hit the ice. After he returned from cancer, because he had leukemia, I don't know if people know that about Mario Lemieux, he returned from cancer and scored a goal in his very first game back from cancer treatment. So it's fun to be able to share things with you guys that are outside of what we do every day to help families and help business owners and to help people with their money, their way, their life. We're going to continue to share different things about the office and different people with the office through Frank Walt's Insights and this platform, and we're really happy to be able to share, starting with some of the jerseys we have. We'll probably go into artwork, and we'll do some other topics as well. So it's been real fun to walk you through these. I think I shared 7 or 8 jerseys. I think we have 9 or 10 currently. By the next time we do this, maybe we'll have 20 jerseys and we'll share again with you. So signing off. Appreciate you watching for these few short minutes, us sharing the jersey collection that we've acquired over time. Thank you and have a good day.